How do you stand up for yourself without losing control? How do you stand up for yourself without coming across a jerk? How do you stand up for yourself without completely making a scene and humiliating yourself? It's not about yelling. It's not about making excuses. It's about never shrinking yourself again. And that's what this video is about. It's about how to stand up for yourself the right way, the way you were never taught, without fear, guilt, or losing your mind. If you're tired of being walked all over, being taken advantage of, disrespected, and more, let me help you. Let's work together to build boundaries and self-respect. Book a free call with me. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment just down below. So here's the thing. Most people who don't know how to stand up for themselves were never taught how to do so. Simple as that. You might have got throwaway comments by parents, caregivers, or friends or other people saying, oh, you know, sticks and stones may break my bones, to a bully. Or maybe you didn't actually have any idea that you were being bullied, gaslighted, manipulated, or abused in the first place. But here's the thing. As you get older, as you get wiser, as you reflect, as you observe other people and behaviors and so on, you start to question everything. And the more you start questioning, the more you start thinking, the more you start researching, watching videos like this, etc., that's when you realize, hang on a second, that behavior is not right. That person is disrespectful. I don't deserve to be treated like that. And so on and so forth. By going down this path, you recognize and realize that this is not okay and something needs to change. Now, unconsciously and subconsciously, maybe our parents, older siblings, other people fought our battles for us. And we think that they're going to come in and swoop in and save the day. But as adults, after the age of 18 or older, we cannot wait for someone else to save us. In fact, looking for someone else to save us is the problem. And constantly ruminating and talking to yourself and saying, sorry, I'm not going to accept this. Sorry, I'm not going to accept this. I'm not doing anything about it is a waste of time and energy. Yes, I know there are rules and restrictions, like you've got to keep your job, you want to keep the peace of the family, you've got to bite your tongue. But there's still ways you can stand up for yourself, because here's the thing. By not standing up for yourself, you will carry more anxiety, insecurity, and live a more stressful, anxious life. I do not want that to happen for you. Instead, I want you to live a prosperous, successful, healthier, happier life. I am not going to tell you to be violent. I'm not going to tell you to scream and shout. I'm going to give you the steps, the tools, and the actions that I've taken, and many others have done the same, in order to improve the quality of their lives. So you can either keep making excuses, keep getting walked all over, keep getting betrayed and so on, or you can stand up for yourself. I think you should choose standing up for yourself. So let's begin. Firstly, stop explaining yourself to cowards. You owe no one a TED Talk about your boundaries. The more you explain, the more they push. Now, this doesn't make sense, and I get it. So, to an empathetic, understanding, emotionally intelligent person like me, if you were to explain in a TED Talk about your boundaries and everything like that, I'd get it. I'd understand it. Because I'm empathetic. I can resonate with you. I can understand where you're coming from. And it might need to be repeated 2 or 3 times for it to really sink in, because I might unconsciously, overstep your boundaries and so on. And then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I remember now. You told me that you need to go to bed early, so I won't call after 10. Oh, I remember you don't like stressful situations and you don't eat this, eat that. I get that. That's healthy communication. But here's the thing. You could give literally a TED Talk about your boundaries, about what you feel, what's going wrong, your mental health suffering, but it's not happening because they don't care. They're not listening. They don't take it on board. These people, whoever they are, wherever they are literally having your voice, your feedback going one ear and out the other. Or it's a soundboard and they're deflecting and they're too stupid, naive, cowardly, idiotic to take it on board. And this could really hurt when it comes to family as well, because they just don't listen. So rather than wasting your breath, wasting your time, wasting your energy, wasting your life going over the same thing over and over again, which is you standing up for yourself, do this instead. Say it once. Say it clearly. Shut it down. Weak people need reasons. Strong people just decide. What's the worst that's going to happen? Crocodile tears, manipulation, guilt, shame. Let them have it. Say it once. Say it clearly. That's it. When anyone has ever done this for me or disrespected me, even in business, I've said, even recently to somebody, I don't appreciate that tone. You will not speak to me that way. I won't speak to you the same way. And that's that. Game over. You cross that boundary again, we're going to have a very serious problem. And, crocodile tears, threats of, you're stressing me out. I said, I'm going to explain this one last time. This is my boundary. Take it or leave it. And that's it. That's how you do it. Next, call out disrespect immediately. So that joke wasn't funny. That comment wasn't harmless. If you laugh it off, it keeps happening. You keep excusing it, it keeps happening. Oh God, I hate this turn of phrase where people say, it's not that deep. Yeah, fine. But if it cuts deep, if it keeps you up at night, if it insults you, if it disrespects you, then it is deep. And whether they get that or not is few and far between. The calling out on disrespect is one of the most important things and easiest ways you can stand up for yourself. And again, it might feel awkward. It might feel uncomfortable because you've never done it before and you've never been taught how. Or worse, this is the worst thing, you've seen people explode in fits of rage and anger and they're not actually making a point. They're just humiliating themselves and then causing a scene. It is better to hit it fast and clean. Don't talk to me like that. No grin, no smile, no period, no excuses, no permission. Do not speak to me that way. I have it with people who constantly are in the service industry, whatever. They call me up by my first name, talk to me however they want, never get back to me, disorganized. And I say to them, I'm not your friend. I'm not, someone you know casually. I'm a client. I'm a customer. Or you work for me. Don't speak to me like that. Like that other person that was rude recently. I said it. You don't talk to me like that. Well, I've been really overwhelmed recently. My job's stressing me out. I said, that's got nothing to do with me and I don't care. I'm not being rude. There's a boundary here. Do not talk to me like that. I apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have overstepped the mark. I get that. Don't talk to me like that. Call it out straight away. Along the same lines, you need to set boundaries without apology. So they'll call you rude, cold, difficult, toxic, whatever. But guess what? Those are all the signs that you're doing something right. That's the sign for me, when I hear that I'm standing up for myself. And that's what needs to happen. I've seen it so many times with so many people. I put a boundary in place without apology and I'm labeled cutthroat, ruthless, and so on. And it's not anything too extreme. It's pretty basic. Like, for example, if I'm tired, exhausted, and I'm expected to attend something socially, I will go. But I'm not going to stay late. I'm not going to stay too long. And people say, well, you should stay later. You should let your hair down and everything. No, I want to go home. I've got things to do. I've got responsibility. I don't need to explain myself. Well, you're being difficult. No, I will come to this time. That's the compromise. I'm coming. I don't have to come, but I will come. And I'll leave the time when I'm set to leave. Simple as that. It's not me being difficult. It's me having boundaries and having a life. It's the same also with phone conversations. If it's getting late during the evening, people are calling me for whatever reason, I'll say to people I'm working with, even family and friends, I need to wrap this call up in 5-10 minutes because I need boundaries. I've got things I need to take care of. Boundaries, your personal boundaries, are not up for debate. If someone's offended, especially, they were the problem to begin with. So if someone, has taken advantage, someone is always selfish on their terms, you're always going to them, you're always calling them, you're begging and pleading and chasing, and they can't, take you out after you've treated them to countless lunches, whatever, coffees, whatever. It's the same thing. The boundary here is we can meet up, but we're not going out for a meal because I'm always paying the bill. We can meet up, it's on my terms. It's always on your terms. You travel to me. Don't say sorry. You're going to travel to me now. You need to do X, Y, and Z for me. I can come, but only under these circumstances. You don't say sorry and you don't say why. And lastly, the greatest thing you can do to stand up for yourself is walk away and mean it. The real power in your life doesn't lie in confrontation, doesn't lie in over-explaining, doesn't lie in reasoning or even compromise. It is all in detachment. When you can walk away without flinching, you stop being a target. Say someone has said something disrespectful or crossed the boundary, humiliated, ashamed, anything like that. Getting up physically and walking out, even if you've said, I won't accept this, best thing you can do. And any toxic relationship dynamic, exactly the same. You don't need closure. You need them to get it. You need to just leave. The greatest success in my life of standing up to people has all been masked in walking away. I've left meals. I've left meetings. I've left friendships. I've left family situations. I've left family. And I've certainly left personal relationships as well, romantic ones. When that line is crossed, and they know they've crossed it, because they smirk at you, they smile, let's see if he's going to put up with it. I get up and I get out. As I've gotten older, is it worth me shouting and screaming, foaming in the mouth? I'm capable of that. We all are, from the frustration, the betrayal. No. But is it better than actually getting up and moving my feet and calming myself down and just detaching myself? Absolutely. They might never get it. And if they've crossed that line, there's no way back. But if they do get it, the next time you interact with them or around them, they know to not act that way, not treat you that way. You don't deserve it. I'm sorry no one ever showed you this, because I wish I was in your shoes, because no one showed me. I had to learn the hard way, the difficult way. Standing up for yourself is the moment your old life ends. Your old behaviors, excuses, your old treatment of people, by people, and so on. And that's where your real life, your better life begins as well. So if you're done being polite whilst people treat you like crap, let's work together to design the right methods, the right standards for you to stand up to anyone the right way. Only serious people will work with me and want to do this. Book a free call with me. It's totally free. And we can work out for a good fit and go from there. Because if you're tired of being treated like crap, surely you'll do something about it. Are you sick and tired of feeling stuck in life or being weighed down by endless struggles? Maybe you're exhausted from being walked all over, or tired of never having boundaries, or not saying no, walking away, or stuck in toxic cycles and situations. Well, imagine breaking free from all of that, feeling powerful and totally in control of your life. When you work with me, there's no BS, no fluff, just real, personal transformation. Now, you've seen my journey on YouTube about the power of walking away from the wrong people, overcoming addiction, handling grief, empowering myself from being rock bottom. But this isn't about me. This is not my story. This is your story. Imagine having a life on your terms, having a healthier, better relationship, being able to overcome your struggles and actually be at peace and taste happiness, maybe for the first time ever in your life. Now, other coaches fail when it comes to getting real results because they offer you generic advice that is not catered to you. It's a one-size-fits-all program and it's a load of BS. But I'm different. I listen to you. I take notes. I ask the deep questions and personalize and cater to your needs to take you from where you are now to where you truly want to be. And it's a lot easier and simpler than you think. So here's what I want you to do. If you are genuinely serious about change and personal transformation, book a free discovery call right now down below. And also check out the testimonials from real people and real success stories of men and even women who've turned their lives around thanks to me. There are only limited spots available, to take advantage of this now. And it's only for serious people who are serious about change. So let's not delay. Let's not keep you where you are now, stuck in the same cycles, the same routines for another year. Let's work together and break free together and live life finally on your terms.
Hey, I wanted to create this short video as a word of appreciation and a recommendation for SCG. His way of being and communicating is one of a human who listens with his whole heart, who understands the general problems that plague us as humans often, and can understand the uniqueness of the way that things are showing up for you too. I totally recommend, if you're reaching out, if you're looking into having somebody who can listen with understanding and help you kind of bring different perspectives to what you're dealing with. He's a man without judgment, but also with discernment in a cool and helpful way. I really appreciate you, SCG, and look forward to further conversations. And for sure, if you're thinking of coaching with him, try it out for sure. Reach out.
Hi everyone. I don't normally do this, but I felt compelled to do so. So after watching countless videos on YouTube regarding heartbreak, I noticed that they were all similar and just reiterated the same thing. You know, go to the gym, hang around with friends, find a hobby, and all that other BS basically. And although, yeah, that's great advice, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't the advice that I needed. That's when I came across SCG's videos, and straight away I felt drawn to this guy. You know, he's been through it and he's come out a new man, and I just felt I could relate to him, especially with his no bullshit approach. You know, so I thought I'd reach out to him because I'm currently myself in a dark place and I needed some direction regarding how to move on from a past relationship. SCG was great from the start. You know, he told me things I didn't want to hear but I needed to hear. And it's helped me find myself again and to move on from it all and to rebuild and to come out stronger. And the way I see it, you can't put a price on your health, especially your mental health. So if you're struggling too, especially with heartbreak, or just like I am, or anything else for that matter, then please reach out to SCG, book your free consultation, and I can assure you, you won't regret it.
Hi, my name's Tony. I had a session with SCG and I just think that it was very, very beneficial, and he helped me work through my structure and path moving forward. And I really think that if you're going through something similar or having some, separate issues, like maybe mindset issues, any of that, he could help you also.
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed working with SCG, and I recommend people should work with him because I think he's great, and also I think that he's a great person as well, and his content's really good, so make sure you do your one-to-one sessions with him and he'll help you. And he's very honest and he's very empathetic, which is always good when someone is empathetic when they're helping you or something. And I wish him nothing but the best. And yeah, you should You should do your one-to-ones with him and make sure you book it.
This is my testimonial for my 1-hour life coaching session I had with SCG Show, who I found on YouTube. I'll be referring to the notes I have here to make sure I cover everything I want to say. I was sceptical at first as he's not the cheapest, but my concerns were immediately put to rest when he presented a step-by-step detailed breakdown of my new life plan for me to follow immediately after the call. I found SCG very relatable, non-judgmental, and his deep listening provided a safe space for me to open up with honesty. I won't lie, his direct no BS approach made me feel uncomfortable at times, but was absolutely necessary to reveal my blind spots that were holding me back to become the best version of myself. What I appreciate the most is how SCG tailored the session to my specific needs and goals. After questioning and analysing my unique background and story, I feel he over-delivered, proving his genuine passion for his clients. Regarding both my interpersonal and professional challenges, he provided insightful guidance that empowered me to take positive steps with a clear path forward in just one session. For this reason, it's easy for me to wholeheartedly recommend SCG to anyone looking to create lasting change in their life. Truly, thank you, SCG.